I am going to give you your video now because you texted me. So, here goes. I'm going to read you One Direction, the 100% unofficial story so far. And I'm pretty sure this was written long ago because Liam still has his Bieber hair. And I'm pretty sure Harry Styles has tattoos now. But that's okay. They can do... Okay. So I'm going to read you just a part of it today. You'll have to tune in next week when I give you installment 2. But I'm going to read you the introduction and Harry Styles' biography. And then maybe, if we have time, Harry Styles' fun facts. So just to give you a heads up on how long this is going to take, we have the biographies of all the members, then 5 become One Direction, because they became a band, and not like one person. And then One Direction to world domination, because they've taken over the world now and we just don't know it. Then we go to the fact files, where they have fact files on each of the members, and then One Direction looks and styles, so we can learn how to dress like them and how they dress, so we can stalk them better. And then quotes and trivia, so that we can be up on our knowledge of all things that they do. Turn the page. Oh my goodness. Aren't they adorable? Look at that. Just chilling in their suits. Look at them all. Yay! Harry Styles is making intense eye contact with me. Alright, so this begins, like all good, inspiring books, with a quote from Rachel Sawyers, age 14, from New Zealand. I went to the One Direction concert in Auckland, New Zealand, and it was honestly the best night of my life. I thought I would lose my voice and be deaf. They were amazing, and there were some extremely dedicated fans. I heart One Direction. That's just a really touching quote. I'm glad they put that in there. Alright. 5 talented boys with one common dream: to make it to the top in the music industry. This is the story of Harry, Zayn, Liam, Louis, and Niall, who all auditioned as individual competitors on The X Factor in 2010, and formed the boy band One Direction, aka 1D, under the guidance of the British television show. Thanks to talent, hard work, social media, and the popularity of the show and its live tour, this British-Irish boy band was proved that they have what it takes to reach the top of the charts. The X Factor was in its 7th season when the UK's newest pop icons first appeared on screen. From 5 young guys who didn't know each other, One Direction quickly established themselves as an up-and-coming band, and now has an impressive devoted fanbase of Directioners. A #1 debut single, What Makes You Beautiful, and a debut album, Up All Night, which started at #2 in the UK albums chart. More pictures. With Simon Cowell, who fits right in because he is so studly and good looking. They're all the same height. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nifty. And became the fastest selling debut album for 2011 in the UK, not in the US. In the US, though, it did even better and debuted at #1. This epic rise made One Direction the first UK group in history to hit the top spot on the US Billboard 200 with a debut album. This news in March 2012 followed the group's success at the UK's Brit Awards in February, when What Makes You Beautiful beat favorite Adele to the coveted Best British Single. The boys had all wanted solo careers before they found fame with One Direction on The X Factor, and although it began the start of an exciting rise to fame for each of them, they gave everything they had, built up lasting friendships and working relationships, and helped to make the show a real success in 2010. That's a real awkward sentence. Because I think it started out with something kind of, they gave up everything. But then forming lasting friendships and working relationships is kind of a plus. I would not start that in there with an although. And help make the show a real success in 2010, which means that after 2010 it kind of went downhill, which I think it actually did. Anyways, these 5 boys made the show extremely popular that year and helped to establish it and One Direction beyond the shores of the UK and Ireland. Boy bands had been fading on the chart scene for a few years, but a crop of British bands, including JLS, The Wanted, and now One Direction, have changed all of that, and boy bands look like they're here to stay. Appearing on The X Factor gave the boys an instant fan base from which to build on, and they know that their fans are the ones who have helped them get where they are today. Follow the success. ... So let's follow the success to Harry! Look at that little face. It's the biography section, and we get to start off with an awkward close-up. Oh, look. Look at his face. Look at his eyes. Look, he's just smiling at you. Oh, so cute. Harry Styles. Harry Styles, the youngest and possibly one of the most popular members of 1D, has a very proud family. Good. He is very close to both his mother and his sister Gemma, and the family miss Harry when he is busy working. It makes me wonder who wrote this, because, did they say, hey, I'm writing this unofficial biography. Do you miss Harry when he's working? Or if, they wrote it, and they're like, oh, we miss Harry when he's working. The family live in Evesham, Worcestershire. I said that wrong. Worcestershire? There's a sauce called it, and I still can't pronounce the sauce, so. The family lived in Evesham when Harry was born in February 1994, but they soon moved to Holmes Chapel in Cheshire, where he grew up and went to Happy Days Nursery. Okay. And attended Holmes Chapel Comprehensive School, which is now an academy and specialist science college. I don't know what that means. Cool, yay! When Harry was 7, his parents Anne and Des divorced, and he moved with his mom and Gemma away from the Holmes Chapel to a bar. So, he moved from his school to a bar. What? Which Anne managed. Oh, so he did actually live in the bar. That's weird. It was a sad time for Harry and his sister because their mom and dad weren't together anymore. And he lived in a bar. I added that part in. But he does have good memories of being a kid. Like when when the family went to Disney World. He even remembers his first day at school and that he settled there pretty quickly. I'm glad he remembers that because his life has not been that long. And if he didn't remember that, we should check him for head trauma. He enjoyed performing in school plays, and his first ever performance was as a toy, Buzz Lightyear, in the toy shop where the children in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang were hiding from the child catcher. Hold up. No. Buzz Lightyear does not belong in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. No. I will have to take that up with whoever was that person. That is, oh my goodness, okay. But his first singing solo came when he played a mouse called Barney. Oh, yay. Harry has always loved singing, and his dad, Des Styles, introduced him to music. It looks like, because of the way it's broken up, Harry has always loved singing, and his dad, Des Styles. But it's not. His dad, Des Styles, introduced him to music. He became a fan of Elvis through listening to his dad's music and recorded a number of Elvis tracks with his cousin on a karaoke machine. Harry was also good at math from a young age, but preferred English as he grew older. Like other members of the band, Harry is a keen soccer player and enjoys sport at school. He was popular at school and had lots of friends. When he was 12, he moved back to Holmes Chapel with his family, and his mom remarried. Harry was happy when his mother met Robin Twist, which I'm assuming, yeah. I've read ahead. Harry was happy when his mother met Robin Twist and was really pleased when they decided to get married. So, his mom married Robin Twist, who sounds like he runs a children's show. Harry had his first proper girlfriend when he was 12. Emily is still Harry's friend today. I think his first girlfriend was Emily. Despite the fact that Harry's mom and stepdad were a big part of his life, he has called himself a mama's boy. He is also very close to his dad, who is just as supportive and proud of Harry as Anne and Gemma are. I'm glad, because, his parents divorced, and, a lot of times when your parents divorce, the dad turns into a villain. I'm just, from the tone of this book, I would assume. And so it's good that he's maintained that. Harry and his sister have had the usual ups and downs that siblings often have, but they have always been close, and Gemma spends as much time with Harry as she can, even though she is away studying at Sheffield University. While One Direction were in the live shows on The X Factor, Gemma traveled down to London every weekend to support the band. Although Harry had his moments messing around at school, he did really well in his GCSE examinations, and his family are also proud of all of his other talents, like juggling. Sorry. Harry's hair, for which he is well known, started to go really curly when he was 12. No one in the family knows why it did. Gemma has straight hair, and his mom Anne's is wavy. He is quite competitive and enjoys badminton, like his dad. At school, where he played the sport quite a bit. He played badminton at school. The skill and the challenge needed for badminton appealed to Harry, but he became seriously interested in music when he formed a band with some guys from school. Will, his best friend, Nick and Hayden.
I got a text.
The boys entered a Battle of the Bands competition at school with their band White Eskimo. Racist. The band won the competition and went on to become really good, playing at events. Right. It was the motivation Harry needed, and although he was nervous, he applied for the X Factor. The end. Well, I think we have a little bit of time to go look at Harry Styles' facts. Fast facts. Let's see if I can... Okay, ready? Fast fact. Harry Styles. Pictures of Harry. Look at him being such a cute little kid. Ooh, a little bit of a weird face there. I think he was a little confused. But it's okay, because any face he makes is adorable, because he's Harry Styles. Alright, his full name is Harry Edward Styles. His birth date is February 1st, 1994. Place of birth, Evesham, Worcestershire, UK. Star sign is Aquarius. Height, 5 feet 10 inches. I think that might be different now. I'm not sure. Nickname, Larry Stylinson, along with bandmate Louis Tomlinson, and known as H to his family. And his parents are Anne Twist, because she married Robin Twist, and Des Styles. Siblings are his older sister Gemma. The ambition has to have lots of number ones, which could refer to urinating and also singles. Go back to America. Those are separate. He wants to travel and also go back to America, which I think he's done quite a few times now. And to have fun. That's a great ambition. His favorite film is Fight Club, Titanic, The Notebook, and Love Actually. His favorite food is sweet corn. That's that's one of my favorite foods. I wouldn't say it's like the favorite food, but it's okay. His favorite fragrance is Blue by Chanel. And his favorite artists are Kings of Leon, Coldplay, Foster the People. His biggest musical influences are Elvis Presley, the Beatles, and Queen. His best friend is Louis Tomlinson. And he lives in North London with Louis Tomlinson. So that is the fast fact on Harry Styles. And let me read you a quote by Harry. The first quote I have found. It's such a good one. It's so inspiring. My worst habit is getting naked all of the time. Harry Styles. What a pro. Alright, now, and then a trivia tidbit. The artistic side of Harry used to come out when he was little, and he was allowed to decorate his toast with food coloring before he ate it. The end.